Hello everyone, welcome back to Event Advice by CrowdComms. Matt and Will here as usual, and today, Matt, we are talking about mobile event apps. What makes a mobile event app genuinely useful for attendees? So let's just jump in. I think we've probably covered this in a few different ways in previous videos, but let's talk about what the utility coming before engagement in an app. So like not going front and center with all your networking tools and all everything like that.
The basics.
You want it to be a vehicle for the basics. What are the basics?
Okay, so the basics in terms of features, or the basics in terms of what it needs to be?
Well, kind of, I guess, as an attendee, I'm asking,
do I land on it?
where do I find what's useful to me right now?
Okay, so
how do I get use out of this app?
you get used, first you have to get on it. So it has to be easy to get onto.
Yes.
So it needs to be accessible. There needs to be different ways to access it. And people want access in different ways, and different people like to access things in different ways, both from an organizer and a user perspective. So we need options.
Yep.
Do they click a link from the confirmation email and it just opens a browser, and that is an event app that sits within their mobile or on their desktop if they're on their laptop? Do they want to just go, do they do multiple events with us and it's just about chucking it into a portal, like a portal in the App Store that they use regularly? That's easy. They always know where to go.
Yep.
Is it a standalone native app? Is it a progressive web application? And in my mind, where possible, it should be all of the above. And therefore, you're making it easy to access, irrespective of how someone wants to access it.
Yeah, no, like authentication. How are people logging in? Are they
streamlining login so that people get security and quick access?
Yeah. And
doing that wherever you can do. So that's really, really critical. Next bit is that you land on it and it makes sense, so that it's familiar, it follows the same design principles as registration, which I know we talk about. There's that continuity of user behavior across tech stack where possible. And then we come into, what does every event app that I use have? And that is an agenda that's housing what's taking place at the event. And that can be two things. It's either a standard agenda, more often than not, it's both a standard and personal. So it's a private my schedule where I'm either the organizer's dictated what I'm doing, or I can go in there, look at a master agenda, and I can choose the things that are most relevant to me. I can favorite them and they'll go into that prioritized schedule. So that's the agenda. Typically is there. Event information, what to expect from your hotel, what to expect from, travel arrangements, what to expect when you get there. All of those things are in every event app that I see. Normally you'll have information about speakers. You'll have information about other delegates or attendees that are going to be there. So they're the core things that are there every time. And then there's millions of other features that kind of surround that.
Good stuff. Personalized schedules. You touched on that a minute ago. Do you think it's important for an app to know something about you and sort of communicate in your language, or like the things that are relevant to you straight away?
It depends what you've asked them. So if at registration, so these are obvious things. If at registration I've said I'm interested in these topics or these subjects or joining these sessions, then we need to present those sessions first, okay? So if you're going to ask something from someone, make sure you reflect that in the event app. But sometimes people do just want to look at an open agenda and view it in an app and make their own decisions. When you talk about language, that's different. If I am French and I want to look at my app in French, when I log in, I need to be able to view it in French.
Definitely.
So we need to be mindful of those, like how we deliver content and giving people flexibility in that way.
Updating in real time, so changes made by the organizer.
That is something people ask every single time. I can't believe others can't do it. So how often you update the app? And when I say that, how often an app company or an event company forces that update on a regular basis is the thing that determines how quickly those changes are updated. Yeah. Now we do it in real time, don't we? So if you make a change on the fly, it changes straight away. people will request changes on every event app I've ever worked on. Speaker changes, speaker titles change. They've got married, their names changed. They've moved organization, but are still still fundamentally the same speaker profile. So I think it's absolutely critical that you can make updates. It's one of the reasons you use an app rather than printing in a schedule, on a booklet.
Yeah. A good app reduces cognitive load. Now, cognitive load is something we've spoken about a few times on these videos. Do you think a good app reduces cognitive load?
Yeah, because a good app will listen to things that you've referenced before, will point you in the direction of the information that's relevant, which means that you're not being distracted by stuff that's not. It will suggest who you should meet with so that you're not having to go through a process of go through the process of deciding who you're not going to meet with and who's relevant. It will do those things for you. It will present an agenda which is focused around your requirements. So
that's
100%.
where I love the fact. I'm going to blow our own trumpet here. That's where I love the
Someone's
fact
gotta.
that you can, on a page, you can show and hide elements of that page based on which personalized group
I
you
am
are in.
staggered that others don't do it.
So
It is
where you need to
absolutely bonkers.
communicate, let's say you've got 5 groups to communicate with, and you have to put all of that information on one page and talk to all 5 of those groups at once, and everyone has to get past the other 4 groups to get to the information they need. That seems madness.
It's almost as bad as having it on the page, but you clicking and saying you do not have permission.
Yeah.
That's what other people do. So they can restrict
The
content by
yes,
group,
yeah.
but the button is still there, but you can't use it.
Right.
And I think that's as painful, because then you get that
It's in the way.
I'm missing out.
Yes.
What do I need to do?
Absolutely.
So you don't know what you've not got if you can't see it.
Does a good app, are you dipping it? You're dipping into it as quickly as possible and getting back out of it and getting back to the event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
you're not sitting down and you're not going to be at an in-person event and want to be able to have to use the app for extended periods of time, are you?
I was at an event who's using our app. It was in Las Vegas. It was late last year, and I was there, and I went to the bathroom to go to the toilet, and there was someone in a cubicle listening to the session.
Really?
Via his event app. So yes, there are definitely times where you get out the app, you see where you're going to be, you might say that you've met someone, you might take some notes around something you've done, and then it will go back in your pocket. But there are times when you're
really useful.
It's really useful when you keep it out, and that's reflected in the dwell times on the app. Your average user visit will be 3 minutes, but you'll see that there are people on it for 50 minutes, an hour, when perhaps they've not got to the event on time and they're watching the session on their app.
I love to see it at an in-person event where they don't necessarily have a virtual element, but they're still mindful of the fact that they want to stream through the app. I love to see that.
Well, they're filming anyway.
Yeah.
And so it's no extra work to do so. So
I think that's the thing that people don't necessarily realize with us is it seems I have quite a lot of conversations with people who assume these things are extra work. Like I'm running a virtual event. I don't want a mobile app. I don't want to have to build the mobile app. Okay, you don't have to. You've already done it.
You've done it. It's already done.
So you've done it once. I'm filming the event, but I don't want to have to set up a load of AV stuff to go through the app.
You
literally just put two things in 2 fields, and
yeah.
So that always baffles me that
you're doing the hard work.
Yeah, you've done it. You've actually done it.
You are doing the hard work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you just did just tell people it's there.
Yeah.
You've done it already. Okay, cool. Personal relevance beats everything for everyone. I mean, we've touched on it a couple of times already in this conversation.
If it's not relevant to me, I end up switching off pretty quickly because I'm busy.
It can ruin. You could really, really tailor some of this content, can you? You could ruin it with noise around it.
It's like forms, isn't it, in registration? too much information gathering can be overwhelming. It's no different with an app. I always, just because you can doesn't mean you should. And the
Jeff Goldblum.
cleanest way, the cleanest way of doing that is through personalization, of showing someone what is relevant to them in the app.
Yeah.
And that comes through tailoring groups in our system, using groups effectively so everyone gets a custom app, essentially. Every person gets a custom app.
These videos have to have a tangent in them. It's not a directive from CRTS or anything like that. We like a tangent. I was watching a lot of the videos around the prophecy of AI and how it could completely change the world. And I'm seeing Jeff Goldblum from Jurassic Park's quote come up so many times. It's unbelievable that the scientists were too preoccupied whether they should.
So busy thinking about whether they should, didn't stop to think whether they should.
Yeah.
So busy thinking about whether they could, they stopped to think whether they should.
Yeah. So it's just whether we're actually just going to all have nothing to do.
Favorite Jeff Goldblum film?
Is that a question?
Yeah.
I
I mean, if it's anything other than
mean,
Jurassic Park.
I was trying to think whether there was a left field choice, but I'd be utterly lying because I watch the Jurassic Park films on a fairly regular loop.
He's in a film recently that I've forgotten the blimmin' name of it, and it was absolutely magical. And it wasn't The Wicked. He's in that, and that was great. I watched that with the kids. But it's Jurassic Park, isn't it?
I mean, it has to be Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Do, 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 do. Have you seen the comedian do the... What's his name?
Mr. Swallow.
Oh my God.
Mr. Swallow.
That is
It's a massive
absolutely
part.
amazing. Maybe Tony could... no, we'd be done for... Yeah, if we
It's
showed
copy.
up,
Yeah, it's probably
copyright, yeah.
probably.
Don't do that,
copyright.
Tony.
I mean, you could recreate it, but we don't know the words.
It's a giant park. Da, 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 da. Yeah.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong?
Okay, good. The best event apps support connection.
Yeah. So
Support connection. I think support is the key word.
they don't. I use the word facilitate.
Yeah.
Or support or encourage. So to get the best possible connection, you want to, there's a few things, aren't they? Knowing about the people that you are hoping to connect with. So a bit of background on you so that I can say, oh, I can see that you're interested in this. It'd be great to chat about that. Yeah. So information that enables me to understand a little bit about something so that I can soften that initial awkwardness is important. But also like a matchmaking where we're making sure that we are pointed in that right direction in the first instance is also really important. So there's two things. I am given a guide to focus on the 20 people that are relevant, and I also know a little bit about those 20 people. So I'm efficient with my time, and I'm also given softening of that introduction.
It's what the good matchmaking tools do, isn't it? It's like probably I'm assuming you're going to run those matches either on the morning of as you're traveling, or if you're really organized, you might do it ahead of time and arrange meetings and things like that.
All of like you look at Maggie with our exhibitions and stuff.
Oh yeah,
it's all done before.
But then
there will be users who don't. I get that.
But you want profile. You want to get ahead of it in that regard, and then on the day just before it's happening, you want to know a little bit of information.
Yeah.
About that person to just give you a bit of a starter.
Yeah. And just to be real as well, the app is part of that. When I go to a networking event where it's quite intimate, I'll use an app to identify the people that I want to speak with and to research them. I'll connect on LinkedIn before the event as well. And LinkedIn is part of my process. It's not all in the app. LinkedIn, we can obviously pull through from profile perspective in the app, but I leverage it externally as well.
Yeah. Great. Okay. Thank you, Matt. I think that wraps up a really good design and content strategy for mobile event apps. If you enjoyed the video, pop us a like, subscribe to the channel.
And comment on your favorite Jeff Goldblum film.
Comment on your favorite Jeff Goldblum film.
Also, or on our content.
If you've watched this far in the video, I think you should probably just drop a comment in.
Or a like. And
Just,
the other day,
because
we've got like 7 likes is like the most. Nobody's liking it. Come on. We need more than 7 likes. If you've got this far, I need more than 7. Give us 20 likes.
maybe that's a sign. Let us know how you're getting on. Okay, thank you very much. We will see you in the next video, hopefully.
Take
Goodbye.
care.